Hi, my name is Jasper. This video has two parts. In the first one, I will go into UV Unwrap. In the second part, I will go into texturing. When I do UV Unwrap, I usually do it by hand, instead of using the Smart UV project. The main reason is to optimize as much as possible the UV space. To do so, I will mark the seams, so I can control where to cut. Here I check where the shirt is covered by the vest, so I can mark the area around. If a part of the mesh is covered, I can reduce the size in the UV layout to save some space. If I'm in a rush, I use the Smart UV project, but most of the time I try to schedule the right amount of time to do this. I try to lay the UV map in the same position as the object in the scene, because if I need, I can modify the texture in a photo editing software like Photoshop or Affinity or Krita. Now I will do the pants. Since they are symmetrical, I will cut in half and I will use the mirror modifier. The advantage is that I can reuse the same texture for both legs. I will show you another method that I use to UV Unwrap. When I work with straight objects that are only deforming in 3D space, but not in its shape, I try to straighten as much as possible. In this way, I can use all the spaces in the UV texture. In the UV editor, I straighten the edges, then I select the squared shape, I press L to select the linked faces, and then I select Follow Active Quad. This method is even more preferred if you want to draw lines and logos or decals, because you have a flat surface and you can edit the texture really easily. In this part of the video, you will see the recording of the live session I did on YouTube. This video would have been quite short, so I thought adding this part as well. In the next videos, I will explain a bit more in detail how to do texture. I will be doing more live sessions, so if you want, you can follow me here on YouTube or Instagram, so you can keep up to date with upcoming sessions. In this part, I'm going to paint the buckle and the belt. For the buckle, I use quite saturated and light colors, because once I increase the metalness factor in the shader, the material tends to darken a little bit. For this reason, I don't use dark colors when I'm doing metal. On the belt, I will draw the lines to create an effect of wear, and to do this I will use the geometry I have as a mask. In the live session I realized the normal map wasn't perfect, so I decided to bake it again. To end this video, I'm going to color the shirt. My goal is to emphasize the sculpt that I've made, adding some points of light and shadow without overdoing it. I remind you that this is a still work in progress, so if you have any question, please feel free to ask me and I will try to answer them in another video. This video ends here. If you want, you can subscribe so you can be updated for my next live session, and maybe you can pass by and say hello. As always, see you in the next video.